Hello there, this is Dan from GuitarFromTheHeart.com, and today I want to talk to you about a topic that is very important, the major scale. Now, the major scale, I believe, is properly named because this is a scale that is really majorly important, okay? This scale is basically what music is based off of in general, at least music as most of us know it, Western music, is pretty much, this is the foundation of all of Western music, the major scale. Okay, so today I wanted to do a quick lesson showing how to properly play the major scale, where your fingers are supposed to go and whatnot, and just to make sure that you get this foundation in a solid way so you can execute this when it comes to doing it in a musical context. Okay, so I'm just going to bring in the camera close here so we can see the scale. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to come here on the 8th fret. This is a C. Okay, maybe at some point I'll do another lesson how to find all the notes on the neck, which I think is really important to be able to do. But today we're just going to go with fingerings, and we're going to use the same 4-finger 4-fret rule, 1 finger per fret, like this. And starting on the 8th fret with our middle finger or our 2nd finger, our 2 finger, we're going to play the C here. Then we're going to use our 4th finger to play the 2nd note of the scale, which is D. Then we're going to use our index finger. We're going to come down to the 5th string, and we're going to use our index finger to play this note here on the 7th fret, which is an E. Then we're going to use our 2nd finger on the 8th fret of the A string, play F. Then we're going to skip this fret and we're going to go to our pinky again, or our 4th finger, and we're going to play the 10th fret of the A string. Right, that's a G. Then we're going to come down and play on the 4th string, or the D string, on the 7th fret. We're going to play this note here, which is A. Then we're going to play with our ring finger the 9th fret, and then we're going to play with our pinky on the 10th fret, and that's the major scale. So in the C major scale, it's C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C. Okay, and again the pattern is 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. I'll dedicate a video just to this next week so we can commit this to memory a little better. 2, 4, 1, 2, 4, 1, 3, 4. Now note here that the same note we're starting with, the C, is the same note we're ending with, but an octave higher. We call it an octave because the major scale has 8 notes in it. Well, it really has 7 notes, but then the 8th note is the same note as the 1st note. It repeats again, and that's known as the octave. So we have C, D, E, F, G, A, B, C, and since we have C and C, it's called an octave because it's 8 notes away. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay? And the first note here is called the 1 in the scale, or it's also known as the root. And then, again, the 8 notes away is the octave, which is technically the root again. But I'm not going to go too heavily into theory here. At some point in the future, I'll do some theory series. Okay, so basically that's how you finger the major scale. All right, so this is a simple lesson, and the major scale is not it's not that complicated, and it should be one of the first things you're learning. I would encourage you that if you're first starting to play the guitar and you're starting to play chords and stuff down here and the notes that are up here in the first 3 frets, to get into playing this pattern up here right away. Don't take the scale lightly. This is the major scale because it's majorly important. Remember that. You can move that shape up and down the neck. Take some time to get familiar and make sure you're playing it with the right fingers. And don't take this lightly because remember, this is really important. It's called the major scale for a reason. Basically, all of music is based off of this scale. So you want to have this foundational knowledge and you don't want to let it go. Hold it closely to you because as you start to grow and become more seasoned as a musician, this is going to keep coming back at you, okay? And everything you learn when you want to go into more advanced concepts, you're going to be referring back to this, okay? So commit it to your memory. I encourage you to get fluent playing this. And trust me, it's going to be worth it if you take the time. And also, I want to encourage you to check out my website, guitarfromtheheart.com. I have a blog up there, and I put some articles that have content that is not over here on YouTube. I don't. I write about other topics, and I would like for you to take a look at some of the concepts that I write about because I'm writing to help you guys out. All right, so take it easy, and remember to have fun and play the guitar from your heart.